How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Quant update. Just a quick brief one today. So we've got some development because there was some bullish news fundamentally, and that's brought Quant all the way back to a level where I previously flipped bearish. So it was back here at $112. Once we had this move down, especially with this wick, they tend to get filled. I've just over 6 years of being in crypto, that's what just tends to happen. So equally had one over here as well. Even though it went up, it eventually came down and filled it in. Same situation, came all the way back up to the previous high, but couldn't actually close above it. So it's not actually a breakout. You can see it's actually closed below the 786 and 886, so failing to create the reversal wave. In doing so, I'm not expecting these targets. One day in the future, when those levels are reclaimed, then I'm expecting those targets, and that's why I need to make this video update for you today. And at the moment, we're currently back at that level with the bullish news getting us in there. So that was the catalyst to move it up. We don't actually see the rest of the market moving in unison. So it's a fundamental news event that made this go up. But this is a very key resistance. Previously led to the move down to my target area. If you remember, all the way back at $112, I was talking of these two targets of mine, 69 and 62. And there were a few disagreeing. In the end, it played out. And look what's happened ever since getting down there. That's where the reversals come from. So a great call. Now it's recovered the moving averages. We're finally at this red level of resistance. If you remember from my videos, I was saying take it level by level. So the break of this would expect to move up into here. That's one move. And then on the break of this level, which we're yet to get, then we expect to move up into 150. So even though this whole move up is bullish, and we're printing this inverse head and shoulders pattern with this red level as the neckline, so you'd argue that on the break of this, we should target a new local high above 170. So let me actually get that for you, just like that. Put it on the breakout. And it's calling for the 1272 FIP, $229, 229, yeah, rounding it up to that, between 220 to 230. What we need to understand though is, although on the break of this red zone, we have a target as high as that, it's not as simple as that. There's one more thing that needs to be fulfilled, and that's a break of this 886 level. So once that has actually happened, the reverse wave is created, and that's pretty much what we need to see, because previously on a move down like that, we had a move up to the 886, but it eventually went to new lower lows. So that's this on a, this over here is a micro scale of this version over here. So you could argue that Quant could still pull off a move similar to what it did previously on the micro, but on the macro, something like that. Now, of course, if Bitcoin is to break out, make a new all-time high, then this is obviously not going to happen. But I'm just showing you why we need this level to break, because you can see on the micro scale, a dump, just like this massive dump, and then you got this huge pump off of the bottom. So that would be like this. And then in the end, because it didn't break the 886, should be that level there, it rejects and puts in new lower lows. So we want to avoid that. How? Break this level, and then I will have those expectations of higher than 230. In fact, up as high as $333. That is it from me today. If you want to get extra content, check out the Discord community. The link's down below. If you want consultation, mentorship calls, design a DCA plan for yourself, use the links down below. Head over to the website. Otherwise, like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll catch you in the next one.